EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
You ready? Mike 54. Here we go, here we go. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Say. Check three. Check nine. Check. Fresno.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Kamara. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down and 4, Breeze. And this is Cook with the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Breeze able to find the veteran Ginn. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Breeze to throw. Ginn has it complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Breeze. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this for...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That one covers 29 yards, first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Taking it about the 36. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Toss play, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the eye. We're going to 54. Right here. Kill. 25. Check 25.
Elliott. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check 24. Bang, 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 bang. We're going to 53. 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 50. Rush in. We're going to 54. Right here. We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Undercut.
Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, 48 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Breeze going to throw. Well, this is caught by Ginn. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down.
Kenny,
First
double
and
lead.
10 at the
Check, check, watch
46-yard
54,
line.
watch 54. 0-2, 0-2.
On first down, Breeze going up top. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Hey, Echo.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On on 2nd and 9. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll make our score of 14-7.
14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
It's the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll run with Elliott, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Prescott to throw it. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
It's second down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing. Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Check. Lucky. Shit. We're going to 53. Sponge. No, 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Murray. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends, because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Murray. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Murray. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We got to step it up. 36. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Hey, orbit. 54.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Breeze now on first down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 4, check 4. Check 26, check 26. 26.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen, and if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19. 6-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Slam, slam, slam. Watch the safety creep. Under team.
They go to Elliott again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And Jason Garrett's going to lead the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, 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 check. He's crashing.
One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost